Leader statesman and former advisor to President late Shehu Shagari on National Assembly liaison, Alhaji Tanko Yakasai, has suggested that the 36 states should be collapsed into 6 geopolitical zones of the country to save public funds and ease governance. Yakasai, the First Republic politician and a founding member of the defunct NEPU, who disclosed this in an interview on the 60th anniversary of Nigeria, argued that collapsing the current 36 states into the 6 geopolitical zones would curtail unnecessary expenditure and reduced burden on public funds meant for development. He also observed that the power of control of political parties by presidents and governors winning elections without merit and use of money to buy judgments in the nation's justice system have destroyed the country and hindered it from achieving its potential as a great nation. He said despite itches here and there was need for Nigerians to jubilate over its 60th birthday because God that made it possible for the people to survive living together for 60 years as an independent nation created through the British colonialists. So it's a source of expression of gratitude to God Almighty who made it possible for the creation of Nigeria through British colonial system. He created it as a biggest black African concentrated country in the world with a very large territory with mineral resources deposits given by God and with a very large population, he said. He said the two things that made a nation worldwide is territory and population, adding that if God has given you these two things, he has given you everything. It is up to you to work hard and realize the potential contained in your nation. So if we work hard, we will solve our problems. People of every nation has problems. The citizens work hard to overcome the problems in particular. Nigeria has different endowments, not as large vast of land that can feed the nation for many years to come. The South has big ports and agile people as an advantage complement one another to complement one another. They have a big port and agile people as an advantage to complement one another, he noted. Eda Yakasai also noted that Nigeria would not be important if they are not living together as one nation. If we are not together, we will not be important. During President Jonathan's era, when big countries of the world, about 19 or 20 of them were meeting, they didn't invite any other country except Nigeria because of our population. And that is the potential that we are going to be a great nation in the future. That is why they invited us, so that we should be involved in all the decisions that was going to be taken for the future. But unfortunately, military intervention from 1966 destroyed all the effort that we started. For instance, at the time of independence, you can go to Lagos or Port Harcourt from Kano today, and by tomorrow you're there by rail. But now you can't do that. We destroyed the whole thing. I used to live in Kano. I used to leave Kano by 12 o'clock and 5 p.m. next day in Lagos. The same thing with people going to Port Harcourt, but now it's not possible. He said, in terms of education, he said throughout the British rule in Nigeria, they gave the Nigeria only University College Ibadan, which was not a full-fledged university. A college of university in London, Nigeria, who went to the university college were not given Ibadan University College certificates when they graduate, but of British university graduates. Today in Nigeria, we have over 200 universities within 60 years period. It's a big achievement. He, however, lamented that Nigeria Airways in 1966 had one aircraft each to different countries, but expressed surprise that the country doesn't have airline of Nigeria, which has one single aircraft each, because of military incursion into politics that destroyed them. Also because of policies of money-driven election and so on, which is the creation of military rule. Now, you don't win election based on merit, but on how much you can spend. And if you have to look for big money to win election, if you got elected, you look for ways of recouping your money and making profits. Awolowo Zik were elected on their merits and Tafawa Balewa, the Southerner, all of them. They didn't spend money because people believed in them and their commitments. But today, nobody, even when people are talking of Tinubu, what's working in their mind is that he's the only person who has the necessary funds to afford to contest presidential election and win. The same thing with Atiku. Nobody will think of anybody because of his ideas, but everybody will be thinking of people people with money who can contest election and win. The same thing with the people who are looking for local government councillor, chairman of local government, state assembly, house of reps, senate, or governor. They all think of money. Think of your money and how much you can command to win election, not what ideas you have to better the laws of the country. Unlike leaders now, the leaders we had in past like Aminu Kano, J.S. Taka, Awolowo, a lot of them, what them that we had in Nigeria think of ideas that will better the lot of the country. What I'm saying is that if we had continued with that trajectory, everybody in Nigeria would have been higher by now. But if we compare Nigeria with South Korea, Japan, Indonesia, Malaysia, even Singapore, Nigeria is nowhere near these countries. Why? Because of those interventions that destroy policies of ideology and created policies of money, power. There are three things we must do. A time will come if we do not do it now, one day we will do it to change the political party's history. Our political party history was destroyed the day Obasanjo as president declared himself as the leader of his party, PDP, a position that was not incorporated into the constitution of the party. He created it, and at that time, there is nobody that can become anything in the federal government except through the consent of Obasanjo. You cannot be a chairman and nobody. Three consecutive times that Obasanjo removed the National Working Committee of PDP, including the national chairman and national security, and appointed people of his own. And he appointed also a designated governors as party leaders in their respective states. So 37 of them decided the fate of Nigeria. You cannot be a messenger in your political party in the national level if the president is not happy with you, including the states, if governors are not happy with you. And this is what's happening now. So a day will come when we shall do away with this and go back to the original idea of action group, NC, NEPU, MPC, whereby parties are owned by their members, not by premier or prime minister. Prime Minister was an equal member as and sat among the people in the party. And in those days, we had better elections. People tend to respect themselves of election. In those days, now, not now anymore. Election is nothing in Nigeria now. It's vandalized. It's vandalized. It's the winner takes all. It's money that decides who gets elected. Number three, we use to enjoy justice system in our court. So a clever person will look for money, go for contracts to make a lot of money and wait for election to come and decide how much money he has to spend to make him win. Which election, if it's the presidential election of governor, gubernatorial, senatorial, reps, state assembly, local government, or councillor, the size of your pocket determines which political office that you aspire to vie, and you use your money for that office. But when you go for election as innocent popular candidate, make out possible time as you are, you elected by the people, but they will then change the election commission will manipulate the system, and the person who gave them money gets the results, even where they managed to conduct free and fair election and you got elected. A clever person with money will go to court, and court will take away the mandate given to you and give it to him because of his money. Hell, these three things destroy the country, and until we come back and put them right by ensuring that political parties are controlled by its members, good credible and foul-free election, and justice without money. These three things, until we get them right, we continue to destroy our system, he noted. According to Yakasai, only lazy people who don't look deep to see what's the cause of the problem that are saying that the country will break up. If we divide Nigeria today, remember there will be more problems. Initially, we have three regions, but as people agitated for more states, Midwest was first created during the First Republic, and people said they are not satisfied. They insisted for more states. We created 12 states, yet people were not satisfied. Until now, we have 36 states. The more states we have, the more of our problems. So if we separate and create 36 nations, the problem in the 36 nation will be 10 times, even 100 times than the problem we are now experiencing now, because the security cannot be able to handle it until you have enough resources. For those who are looking for state police to set it up required a lot of things. All need money, training, adequate salary. If you take people as police and not paying them adequately, not paying them adequate salary, they will go and connive with armed robbers and take into crimes themselves. Now you need to accommodate, not hire barracks for them where they will not mingle with civilians to influence criminals. All they need weapons, and then you need weapons, which is very expensive thing, because armed robbers are buying very expensive weapons. AK-47, armed police with AK-47 costs a lot of money. Now you're not able to arm Nigeria police with AK-47 enough. If you divide Nigeria into whatever it is, you will have to provide enough money to provide barracks, weapons for the police, not to talk of the army. If you split Nigeria army into whatever it is, let's say into 36, the more you split them, the weaker they are. Yes, insurgents will deal with them overnight. See insurgents in Borno. Why we still fight insurgents is because people from Anambra or Yosokoto, Borno, all come together to go to the area in Borno to fight them. If you leave it for Borno people alone, they cannot cope. Unity means guarantee for security, for people to sleep with your eyes closed. You are from Benue. If you make Benue State a country now, you cannot even sleep with one eye closed. You can't buy a car because people stronger than you will come and take the car away in your presence. There's nothing you can do. You cannot even marry a good wife. Somebody will take her away. Yes. Create 2, 3, 5 states. The more you create states, the less quality of governance. You can see the quality of governance is better when we are 3 zones than now, when we have 36 states. So it's better with this 36 states now that we can manage. Bring your own, I will bring my own. Otherwise, we can't cope. Because we have to synergize. Issue of security is something we can tackle through synergy. Today we have more sins because of more states, and we are spending more than 70% of our revenue, federal and state, because of bureaucracy, building secretariats, employing SSGs, governors, deputy, permanent sex, commissioners, ministers, and so on and so forth. So all our money went to sustain them. We are now dealing with 30%, not enough for us to develop our country, build railways, port, power for electricity to generate power for industries. So it's lazy people who don't think far away of the consequences of their thoughts. Don't mind them. People now are charging from agitating for more states into agitating for collapsing the state into geopolitical zones. In other words, they are admitting that the creation of more states is not the answer. They are saying we should go back to regional setup. The only thing that is that instead of the original 4, we should go back to 6, because we are 6 groupings. Actually, there are 3 groupings naturally in the south: Yoruba, Igbo, and distinct and also distinct from the from those in the south. In the north, we don't have this distinction naturally. We have a Idoma, which is related to Hausa people. Both TV, Idoma, Hausa, and Fulani all came from Middle East. All came from Middle East. So what is Yakasa is saying again? Yes, all came from Middle East by origin. Go through your origination, you find that TV are from Middle East. So we are from the same roots. This is the reason why we have the same attitude, life, and the same culture with the man in Bono in Benue, Sokoto. We are not distinctly like that of three groups in South. Our three geopolitical zones, North, West, East, Central, are artificial. We are not like Yoruba, one tribe, so many tribes. Even Benue, with the largest concentration of non-Muslims, still have Muslims among Idomas and TVs. We have emirs in Kano, Sokoto, TV. Igbos have Izes with from which is different from Tor TV, Ochidoma, amongst others. Okay. This man has spoken well, but the question is that whatever you are even talking about, the people at the center are not ready to do all of those things, whether you are going to go regional or to restructure or to even separate. The worst part of it, what they believe in the one Nigeria they believe in, they are not still coping. They are not even doing anything to even to sustain it. If we are a serious people, definitely we will get even this unity system that we are talking about. If people are sincere, who says that anybody will bother? But with all these things that you have even said, you are condemning those who are agitating for separation or division and all of that. The same way they are still going to be countering you that you are talking about the six geopolitical region to be divided into six. They will tell you that that is not the problem. That is not the solution. So where do we go from here? So guys, let's hear your opinion concerning all that this man has said. You heard him. Thank you.